Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Greek Life Podcast. So, if this is your first time listening or watching, thank you so much for joining us and listening. My name is Abril, and I am with Delta Alpha Sigma Multicultural Sorority Incorporated, and I will pass it on to our other co-host.
Hi, I'm Joanne Bastidas. I'm from Sigma Lambda Alpha Sorority Incorporated.
And we have today, I know a lot of you guys don't know who he is, but I'll let him introduce
Oh wow.
himself.
Ouch, that hurts.
Just joking. We all know you, bro. Let's
God.
see. The special introduction. Da, 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 da.
Oh, there was no special introduction. I was gonna say
Oh.
DJ Deetham. So yeah, DJ Deetham. Come on, guys, let's go. Let's do this. So they invited me, so I'm here. So go ahead. It's gonna be like a Q&A, a fun Q&A. We're just gonna go for it, and then they can ask me some questions, and I'll be answering them. So we just want to do something fun.
Yes, so my first question is
Oh,
what
watch
made
out now. She just went straight to the question. Like,
Yes. Okay. So my first question is what made you start the YouTube channel? Like made you start like everything from the beginning?
oh, so back in the day, in 10 years ago, it was about 10 years ago. So when I started Greek Life, you all see the performances, but you never actually, sometimes you can't make it. So like, you want to see the videos and everything else like that. And so YouTube was the place to actually see Greek life, Greek performances. And that was a reason I made it. I believe I actually recorded it like on an iPad first. And so, but I was trying to find a way for people to actually see the videos. And so that was the reason I started the YouTube channel. Interesting fact though, I actually restarted the YouTube channel. I used to have one that was DJ Dean Thap, but then I changed it to DJ Dean Thap 2.0 on that part. So it's like a upgrade version of the other YouTube channel, and it was like pretty much starting over because there was so much music copyright um, violations, and so yeah, that kind of sucked. So it really stops your channel from a lot. So, but YouTube has changed, and so it's a lot better. But yeah, it was just more for Greeks to actually see all the performances and presentations, everything like that. So it was just a place where, if you were interested in Greek life or seeing the performances, it was a place to be. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just go and put on the YouTube channel, and then that's where it got started. So
So, talking about that, so I see on the video, on those YouTube videos that you post, that you're always visiting other campuses. So, out of those campuses that you visited, what has been like, which campus would you say has been like the most impactful or the most like the memorable for you?
which one was the best one?
Yes, or like the most memorable for you. Yeah, or like which one did like was most memorable for you? Like whenever you went to go
Oh.
visit it. 'Cause I know there's a lot of them, but like if you had to be like, oh yeah, like this campus highlighted this like something or X or Y. Which one would you say like, oh, this one was like the like boom.
I think honestly, I would say this. It's hard to say because each campus was different. ASU was my home ground. So like I said, I would say that would be my home campus and Greek life place. But like I said, I've gone to U of A. They were like the triple S. Triple S was the competition they had for strolling, saluting, and then I forgot the other one, stepping. And so that was the place for that kind of competition. So if it was really hard because it's every campus is different. You can't really choose because of the fact that like one was bigger, one of them smaller, but it's more intimate. It's just like, but I can only describe each school. Like each school had a different vibe to it. So yeah, I wouldn't be able to tell you which one. I just tell you the almost like a personality of the school. If you want me, I can give you the each school, but well, let's do this since there's one from TW and UTA. So um, UTA I felt was more of how should I say it? I think the presentations and more of a Greek unity kind of place for me because that's where I actually met a lot of the Greek. Of course, April is there too. So, and then so that's why I would say for UTA, I've been doing a lot of events with them, and then I've actually recorded a lot of videos, and then yeah, just done a lot of stuff. TW. So TW is very interesting. I think that one's the MGC MPHC school, which is really cool because they actually do support each other, and it's cool to see an event put together by, of course, two different councils. Um, but yeah, it's definitely one of those things. Like there are some amazing clips that came from that school, and it's cool that they go to other schools to actually perform there too. So like I said before, there's a little mixture of both schools on that part. So, but I couldn't tell you which one's. If the question was better, I would say it's different, to be honest. Like it's good though, because each school is different. You have a different vibe, and it's just it's better that way. So, but yeah, I can't tell you which one's different. I mean, which one's better. That's a trick question.
No, what's it called? I know you've been posting like flashbacks of like videos that you have done on Instagram. Like
Uh-huh.
seeing those videos and like going back to them, like do you feel like you're re-seeing those moments and it's like those presentations wise or the event wise and you're like, oh, like I remember this moment. This is so great. Like how do you like see I don't know how to explain it, but like how do you feel when you watch those videos back again?
Oh, I love them. Like it's just you start feeling the same moments and things that actually happened during that time, which I posted. I even talked to Abril about it when I saw her presentation. And Joanne, I still have your presentation. I actually see it. So you have a different hairstyle, though.
Yeah, I did a last minute like bang cut at that time, and I think that was the baddest decision I ever done. It
Maybe I
was
should
like
post it.
no,
I was like, I have the
no.
video. I should post it and have
It
her
was
see it. So.
it was like a $5 haircut that I can do like a trim. I was like, you know what, let's do it. It was the biggest mistake.
Oh, see, these are the moments, you know. You remember your haircut and everything like that. But no, I love them. That's why I love videos. I love those moments that you still remember. It's like, oh, I remember that outfit I wore, or just there are times when I just how long I drove just to get to that place, and so it was amazing to actually go back and see those clips. And but it was just those moments where it's like, you know what, it's good. I missed them. They were fun, but a lot of great events are happening now too. So, like I said before, it's good to keep moving forward, but look back on those moments that actually captured on that part. So, yeah, it's good. I love them. So,
Do you have any videos of yourself?
Ooh.
Because I feel like so you always capture everyone else, and I feel like it's kind of like a thing with like
I
photography.
honestly
Like,
don't. To answer that question, I don't know if it's still on YouTube.
so there is.
There's a video
have to
about
find it.
I don't even know if it's still there. It probably got taken down. Like, yeah, that was an interesting story about that part. But it was like it was on YouTube, I believe. I think it's been a while. I think I saved it one time, but I actually don't know if it's actually still there. So, but yeah,
mean-
I was a little bit nerdy and all that part. So,
What was it called again? Let me look it up.
oh,
real quick.
we're on a podcast right now, so let's go and move forward to the next question.
We will have to find it.
No, you guys are good. No worries.
Okay, so let me try to find my question. I think I lost my place. Okay. I think Oprah already answered that. No, it was compared to how your presentation wise when you were doing it. Oh, I'm saying it so bad. Hold on.
Oh no, you're fine.
It's
So in
recorded.
comparison to today's
Yeah, I know, I was
COVID,
like-
okay, so since we talked about this, so the question is, how was my pretty much probate quotes new member presentations in comparison to today's new member presentations? Correct.
Yes.
I would say this. I really love like today's presentations, but how should I say it? It's more everyone has different presentations, so it's just I can't really generalize all presentations. It's more what I see. I love music. I love where they have DJs. However, you know if you can actually incorporate music in the background from the stage sound levels or everything else like that, that's fine too. but I feel like a DJ hypes the crowd, hypes the members. Um, I feel like with today's new member presentations, I feel like they're a lot more immersive in some ways, where you can actually build a connection within Greek life. Um, in the past, I don't think it was a bad that what they had in the past. It was more just a presentation. I don't think they had too much music. They had music, but it wasn't as with DJs. Um, it was more just the format of your crossing and everything else, so, like into Greek life. So it's more the symbolization of Greek life on that part. Which I'm not saying today's is not. It's just one of those things that it's like entertaining. It's like very exciting on that part. So, um, and in the past, it was more the presentation on that part. So, if that makes sense. So,
Yes.
so yeah, like I said before, I just like I'm more entertaining. I like the music. I like the crowd cheering. I love like it's like almost like a movie. It's like oh yeah, it's coming out. It's like some of those things. Oh yeah, like that's like the best part. So I like it when the crowd cheers. You see families cheering them on too, and then having all these pictures of them. It's funny, like just trying to make them all embarrassed and everything else like that. But I really love that. Um, honestly, whatever they do, just to make the presentation amazing. That's all that matters to with today's presentations. Is like play into the factor that this is a very important event for each member, and make it something that they will always remember in the future. So, yeah.
So, quick kind of question. So, well, I'm guessing. I mean, I don't know if you do or not, but do you have any like littles, or did you guys do that? 'Cause I know some people don't do littles and
Oh,
like that stuff.
this is
You laugh.
oh my gosh. I have no littles. It's a sad
Aw.
day. Yeah, I
Hey,
have no
it's
littles.
okay.
It's sad because the person that's like in Greek life who really incorporates Greek life has no littles. So
It happens. It's okay.
I mean, it's just fate. That's what happened.
Okay.
So- no, I really don't. I don't have any littles. Like uh, it was about to happen. Like, but it didn't go through. Like, because let's just say it was part of my organization that didn't want me to have a little. So, like,
Mhm.
that's the truth. Like, if they're the ones deciding on that, like, what can you do on that part? I'm still angry about it, but it's okay. We just move on. And but honestly, you know what? I actually don't mind it because I don't with that event happening. I'm actually very into Greek life, and I do see a lot of appreciation for big and littles, and like that's another topic too because I think some people have too many littles. To be honest, like yeah, I'll be
Yes.
honest. Like there are people who have too many, and I don't think that's a good thing. To be honest, I think yeah, I think having three, it's kind of too much. To be honest, like if it's a good reason, okay, if it's a good reason, then go for it. But that many, to be honest, if someone picked me up and they had two other littles, like, what the heck? I'm not like I'm sharing this attention with you. Like, like it's true. Like, I'm not gonna like, I'm not that
I'm
special.
dead.
You better give me a jacket or something, like So like,
Mhm.
this is the truth. So that's another topic to talk about. But yeah, go ahead. That's my
I,
opinion about that.
I like it. Passion.
It's true. So I've seen it happen. So
Okay.
it's a question.
Do you have another one, Joanne, for? Or you
I
want
think
me-
I think mine are a little bit too complicated to like write it down. To be honest, I'm looking at it and I'm like, I'm not gonna even try to answer my question. I don't even know what I wrote down. To be honest.
Well, what? Just tell me what you wrote down, and we'll just
Yeah.
elaborate on it.
So basically, I like you said that you see people's presentations and seeing them like you go out on focus here. But basically you see them and you see them in Greek life. Um since I don't know how I will word it. Since you see them grow and see them like do a position like president, treasurer, like how do you feel about that? Like seeing them like as a Neo, and then now that they're
Oh,
doing like
that's a
an
good
exec
question.
board. Yeah.
I think I love it. Seeing them grow. Shoots. It's just it's pretty cool that some of them are in my Greek fantasy football league, and so to actually see them, but like I'm like I need to beat them, but I was like but it's actually really amazing to actually see them grow. Like I said, I've posted on my Instagram. Like it just makes me so happy to see them grow and actually participate in many Greek like events or just pursue their careers or just a lot of different things. It's when you see that, it's just an amazing feeling because you were there when they actually crossed, and then they're doing so many things. Plus, they could be doing like being educated for the next class. And I've
Mhm.
seen it happen. I was like, wow, that's fast. Like you guys are good. Like you know what I mean? Like I haven't done that, but I was like so happy for them because they grow. That's what we're trying to do in Greek life is help them grow
Mhm.
and build their skills and network. And they've done an amazing job. And it puts a smile on my face. And that's the reason why I do a lot of these pictures and videos because you look back and then you look now. And it's like, oh, that's amazing. So yeah, I'm very happy about that. So I always like to go like from the start to where they're at now, and then see what the difference was.
I was like, do you have any advice for, let's say, like any like, just in general, like Greek members or anything like that?
Just advice in general to Greek members, or like
Yes,
about anything specific, or
and just in general, because you've seen like, let's say, you've interacted with so many people, like so many Greek people. Greek, they're good. Great. Well, great too, but Greek people.
Greek.
But is there any like advice you have like from everything you've seen? Is there any like type of advice you would give any Greek people?
um I would say the top of my advice would be that whenever you're joining Greek life, just remember to be yourself, um no matter what. And then just remember that you won't get along with everyone. That's honestly the truth. I didn't, like you said before, there were like probably half of my active house that we got along, but I was still respected them. But like I said, you're not gonna get along with everyone. And then the reason why I say just be yourself, that's what makes you so special. You know what I mean? And that's the reason why you're a part of the organization. Because for me, like if I'm not feeling the attachment with maybe this chapter in this school, if I go to another school, and then I can actually build a attachment with them on that part. And I've seen it happen too. I've seen Greeks go to from one school to another and then build a better connection with them on that part. And
Mhm.
so just remember just to be yourself, and just do what's best for you on that part. And but that would be the general advice I would give for Greek life. Any Greek life members, just be yourself and don't be afraid of being who you are. The challenges, of course, I would say that the most difficult challenge is dependent on your organization too, because they do have rules, they have things that they have to follow by, and sometimes I don't like them, to be honest. Which I do appreciate about my brothers and our organization is that they have given me the freedom to do a lot of different things, which maybe is sometimes a red flag because it's like, I don't know if we should allow Dean to actually have a podcast. Well, okay, why not? Let's just do it anyways. Like, they haven't said anything, so hopefully they're not listening about that. I don't think I got that approved, but it's okay.
You're gonna get a
You
phone
know,
call later, be like, hello, DDD,
I don't
you have to
answer
talk
calls.
about this.
I don't know who it is. I don't block. I block.
He
Put
said
them on
unknown
spam.
number.
Unknown number.
Bye.
Bye. Yeah, I don't answer those calls. All the spam. I don't want to look at spam, but no, that's just the most important factor. It's just be yourself. And it is sad when I see someone they can't be themselves for a particular organization, and I see them leave Greek life for that reason. And that's a bummer because why are we bringing members that are gonna be the same as another person? It's not gonna help them grow. You know what I mean? Everyone's gonna be different, and so I like seeing different people. Like I said, I love getting different perspectives. I love seeing different new member presentations. I get a better idea of what I can do better, and that's the reasons I like that. So, and then that's the advice I would give for someone. There's a lot of different advice. There's like a lot. Like I could go a list, like, but that's the general one. So
Okay, any advice for us?
Oh yeah.
But like specific to us, I don't know. Since you kind of you said you have a lot of advice. Let's see.
advice for you guys? I don't even know. Like what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put you on the spot.
You guys are pretty much taking my
Tricky
advice by
question
doing this
right there.
podcast. You guys are doing this podcast, so that's a good thing. See, you guys follow my advice. There you go. So there's no other. I don't know what else to say about that part.
See,
You guys are pretty much following my advice. I don't know what to say.
so if I remember before, we were talking before the podcast, and we were saying like, okay, we're gonna put Eugenie on the spot, so that's why we're asking these questions. Like,
Yeah, I didn't get these questions beforehand. Okay, so these are actually right now my answers. So yeah.
So you always saying that you always want to improve like your videos and stuff. Do you have anything in mind that you want to do something different, like for the events that you be recording or like presentation wise or anything like that, or even like for the podcast?
Oh, that's a lot. How long do you have? You guys want like something very general, like so. Okay, podcast. Of course, we have the mics. Very important. Great sound. I want people to be able to listen from the car. And yeah, hear clearly. Like I listen to the podcast at work. I listen to you guys at work and actually listen to it. And I've heard what you guys said about me. And so and I want to make sure I can hear it clearly. So that's very important. So that's a green light on that part. But for the podcast, help it grow, get it bigger. Honestly, there are times I'm actually thinking about adding more people to be you guys' co-hosts, but I want to make sure that this current co-hosts are doing really well with what they have, and of course, I have to budget for that part. I don't want something to be unclear, like your cameras or visualize. When someone watches this video, I want them to be able to see each of you and then see your letters and everything else like that in specific. But yeah, help it grow, help it bring up the presence of Greek life, and you three are the ones doing it. So that's the podcast. We'll put that to the side. Photography. The main thing with photography. So the main thing is make it very, very professional. Professional where you can actually use it for your career. Make it so professional, like it's just wow. The details are amazing, and of course, I've been doing that for a while now. And that's the future of my photography, is that I want it to be so amazing that other chapters are jealous that they don't have that. That's to be honest, like you said before, they're like, oh my gosh, why don't we have photos like that? Like that. I like to hear that. But that's the emphasis. I want, of course, MGC to actually have that quality of images, so that people can know that we're being very professional. We are looking towards the future of Greek life, but not just in Greek life, but for your careers on that part. So photos, very professional, very detailed. I want it to be very detailed, like you can see a single strand of hair missing or anything else like that. So
every little detail.
He said, "I'm trying to expose you a little bit."
Okay, so every detail. Okay, so videos. Okay, we'll go over videos. Videos actually have been growing a lot. To be honest, I think people are loving the videos, and it's become very challenging because the cameras are not cheap and they're very expensive. So if people don't realize that how expensive they are, just I'll let you know, like my camera frame was just like at least 4K on that part. So that's just the frame though. That's just the body, the camera. That's not the lens. That's not the lights. That's not anything else. Not the batteries. Oh, there's a lot of things that come into videos and photography on that part. So for me, with the videos, I invested a lot. I worked a lot. It was like during COVID season where I actually said that I need to build up my videos to be like 4K. It's actually, if you actually go on my YouTube, it's actually 4K videos for some of the presentations. So I always do my best to put quality work for Greek life. And that's why I want people to watch it and watch it like almost like a movie on that part. So that's pretty much the future I want to bring, is a storyline for Greek life on that part. So It's actually going pretty well because a lot of people are watching it on Instagram. So I'm always looking towards what I can do better. I'm looking at other professional videos too. But more, I think what I want to do is more of a storyline, more of an impact, especially like even with Abril's organization and Joanne's, for you, like, we were trying to build up your culture within your organization and try to bring it up for people that don't know what it is on that part. So, and that's what I'm working on, trying to build like a storyline on that part. So yeah, that's three different things.
So, so I have a thing, a question for this. So, how do you, so so you're always posting and everything. How do you deal with the negative comments? Like, because I feel like you must get like a lot of them, and also positive. But like, how do you deal with the negativity when it comes to like your work or like what you do or what you post?
To be honest, with negativity, I just delete them. That's it. To be honest, the negative comments are okay. So basically, I see them, I get a notification. Based on what they say, it's one, a delete or a block on that part. If it has nothing pertaining to anything that can be useful or helpful, I have no time for that. To be honest, I'm gonna be straightforward with people. I don't have time for that. I have too many videos to edit. I have too many things I want to do. These people within Greek life, we do too much work to actually care about that. People say I should leave it there, but then it gives them more of an attention, and I don't want to give that, and I really don't have time for that. So basically, delete, block, and move on, and then report them. But just remember, it is a lot of work, especially when reporting. Oh my gosh, that's just. I think that's a podcast I did. Oh my god, that took forever. Especially working with Instagram and TikTok. And yeah, it is like it's like at work where you have to report someone, and it takes a while because they have to investigate it. It's like, oh my god, like I have to wait. Like come on, like they did something bad. Like just take them out. Like so. But yeah, that's about it. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I guess my question is like, you know how you said that a lot of people started watching your videos from Instagram and YouTube. Like, how do you feel like seeing more views coming up and more people are recognizing you from the videos that you be doing and going up to the events, sorry.
It's cool. I think it's awesome. I think a lot of things if you're with the amount of experience I've had since, like, I would say I did at least 10 years plus of doing these videos and pictures, that you have to really think about what captures people's views and eyes on that part. Um, and I would tell everyone that like each organization, don't like compare yourself with a different organization because it's not good. You shouldn't do that. Someone like there's some organizations that have been there for 100 years. There's some that have been 10 years, 20 years. Like how we got to compare when they have more members to look at than what you have now. You know what I mean? So I think it's awesome. I think it's really cool. I'm excited. Um, there's nothing more. You know what it does is just stress me out more because then I had to make the videos, keep on making the videos amazing for each of the organization, and so like, yeah, it's a lot of work because you have to research the organization and what they bring and what they represent, and so, and then you have to make sure get the Greek letters right. I mean not Greek letters, Greek names right, and pretty much the chapter, and then you have to get the location. You see how much work that is? I'm exhausted just talking about it. So, but it is amazing. I am happy for all the organizations. I know they're happy to see the views because people are noticing. And then, like I said, it's just really cool. I like it. I'm excited for everyone. We've, like I said, we reached like a lot of views, being 100K, millions, like I said before, and that's exciting, especially for MGC, because they don't usually get to see that many views for their videos. So I'm excited for them.
Okay. So I have a question. Is okay. So what would you like to see more from Greeks? Is there anything that you're like, from what you've seen so far, from like your experiences, that you're like, oh, I think I would love to see X more, or them, or Greeks do more of this or X or Y?
For Greeks, I would like to see I would say this: more creativity. I'll be honest about it because this like one semester they're amazing. Next semester they do the same thing. Third semester they do the
Mm,
same thing. It is like you were good the first time, but you're not doing anything new for the next one. It's like people can see it. To be honest, I see it. Like it's one of those things because I'm posting the videos. I'm like, wait, I just posted this. You know what I mean? So like, but that's the thing. I can't do much. I can only record and take pictures of these organizations and then post them. Um, but the creativity level that is what makes the difference from for each organization. Like I said, you guys are both in two different organizations. You guys are representing your organization, and it wouldn't be right. Let's say Joanne follows what Abril did, or Abril, you follow what Joanne did. It doesn't make sense. Like, why would you do that? Like, you
mhm,
guys are your own organization, and use that for your creativity performances. um and I've seen people like copy other ones, and I just like, why are you doing that? Like, you know what I mean?
mhm,
um and that's the thing I would like to see more of, is more creativity, because I know when something's creative, like you can say like people are excited because they did the little performance, and they're like, oh yeah, this is what I did and everything else like that. And if like I see stroll masters, I'm like, oh, see, there's a reason for it. They have a stroll master. um, but that's what brings out each organization, is the difference between this organization and this other one, and then the creativity levels. And that this is this organization based on how they perform. um, and yeah, I could tell you that, like, a lot of people, if you look at the videos, you can tell they know the difference of what's being creative and what's not, because they usually comment, oh, that was really creative. Like, I like that was different, like. But yeah, so I would say creativity will be the top of my list on that one. So there's probably a lot more, but let's go one. I
That's it.
don't know how long this podcast is gonna be.
we have time now.
Oh yeah, it's
Yes.
gonna be like 3 hours, 5 hours.
Um, for my question is, do you always love like it's always good to hear positive feedback, but like, do you see like for each or fraternity or sorority that you record, like you see it actually helped them in the long run, or what could you do to help them? If that
What can I
makes
do to help Greek organizations in the long run?
yes. Mm-hmm.
What I can do specifically, is that the question you're asking me? Like, what I can do to help the organizations, or?
It's like how do I? I'm really bad wording things.
No, it's fine. No,
Um.
I just want to make sure I have everything
Yeah.
correct on that part. So you're asking me, how can I help Greek organizations in the long run?
Yes.
Um, well, I would say this. Um, when was, like I said, recording, if each of your organizations, I could tell you this: you guys both organizations has grown so much based on what I see. I don't know how you feel about it, because you guys, of course, cross at different times on that part. But if you feel there's a growth, I don't know if it's because of my videos or pictures or anything else like that. But for me, I have seen an increased growth within viewership, people actually noticing the organization too. So for me, it's the exposure that you give to the public that can influence a lot towards how much you grow on that part. I've seen organizations stop exposing themselves, not more like posting pictures, videos. It doesn't even have
Mhm.
to be through me. I've seen like organizations stop just posting about anything, and they lose that interest from the public or members that actually want to join, and that can pretty much go downhill for your organization on that part. Um, so for me, I've noticed that whoever pretty much allows me to post their videos or invites me or hires me, either way, I've seen a tremendous growth no matter what, because not only do I, maybe let's say, DJ, but I actually have videos, I have pictures, I consistently post all these different things that your organization brings. You have all these fundraisers or anything else like that, then people will see that, you know what I mean? And that will help tremendously for the growth of your organization. Right now it's pretty much the social media of growth for all the organizations. If you're not doing that, you're not gonna grow, to be honest. Like, so, and that's why I would tell them, like, the reason why a lot of the organizations that I have worked with have grown so much is because people see them. Oh, yeah, I've seen this organization. I want to join them. Oh, I like the performances from this one. Like, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Even people who actually joined Greek Life have told me like, oh yeah, it was your videos I actually saw that made me want to join Greek Life on that part. So, and that's a great feeling on that part. So in the long run, like I said, me is helping you promote your organization through videos, pictures, anything in that fact, or actually being there at the events and seeing other people who are interested and saying hi to them. That actually makes a difference. So just being there, the presence of actually having your Greek organization be there is the most important factor. So
I like it. Okay. So these are kind of two questions, but okay, we'll ask the first one. Okay, the first one is, so what campus that you have not visited yet would you like to go visit?
which campus?
Yes, what campus or the specific area or like anywhere that you haven't gone yet that you're like, ooh, this is like I would really want to go here. So
I think okay, so one that pops in mind I got invited to was Colorado. I know Colorado has invited me, and I seen their pictures of one of the events. It's actually really cool. I actually like the look of it, but I haven't been able to get there. So we'll see. Maybe this. I don't know about this year, but maybe next year. um, like driving to Oklahoma was really nice because it was different. Colorado might be a little bit farther, but I'm actually would be excited to go there and then meet all the Greek organizations. Um, what else is there? I think Washington's another one. California ones, I would actually like to see the West Coast schools. A lot of Greek organizations. Um, I think some in the East Coast too, but yeah, honestly, there's a lot of different schools that I would actually like to visit because looking at the events that they bring, and then like I said, they actually do invite me, and I'm like thinking to myself, do you guys know where I live? Like, I'm like that's kind of far, but I'll make the attempt. To be honest, if it's like the right time, I definitely have visited like I think the farthest I've gone like from was like Texas to California like before, like you know what I mean. So anything can happen. So that's the reason I have to have a budget. It's a far drive or flight, so.
yeah.
But no, I think in the future, if everything falls into place, I think that can actually happen in the future. So
Okay, so then talking about like visiting campuses, have you ever gone to a campus and felt unwanted or like not really like welcomed? And if you did, like what did you like? Is there anything that you did like if that happened to you?
let's see. Let me try to think. Let me rewind my head. Give me just a second. In campus, I don't think it was the campus. I think it was the organization. So I don't think it was the campus. Um, yeah, I really think it's the organization sometimes that you know will just not feel welcome. I think that was the only factor. I feel bad for the Greek organizations that have schools that don't really promote MGC or MPHC or Greek life in general. It's just they're not helping them. So it's like, well, they can't really grow. They have to go to other schools and go to their events and but I could probably think of one school I really shouldn't say, but like I said, it
Don't have to
isn't.
say it. It's okay.
Well,
I'm just wondering.
well, it's just one of those things. It was just one of it was not pertaining to Greek life, but it was more they were asking me to help them in other things, not in like it's more to help them in their career, and they were trying to get me to record the occupation on that part, which it's like okay, I don't really feel comfortable doing that part, and that's the reason I haven't been to that school because I felt like they haven't been promoting Greek life. They're more promoting their careers and everything else like that. And I'm like, what is the point of having you there if you're not gonna help promote Greek life? And I remember there were just situations that didn't feel comfortable with the Greek organizations too on that part. Um, so I do feel bad. I wish it could be better because I would hate to be in a school where I'm in Greek life and then not promoting anything, any events, because your chapter's got most likely fall apart or you're not gonna get new members. And so, but yeah, I know one school, but we'll talk in privately about that. You can't put this on a podcast, okay? People get some bad ideas. So I think some people might know. I think people have a feeling. So
Okay, okay, okay.
No, I have no more questions. My questions are gone, so don't worry. Go ahead, bro.
Okay. So another question I have for you. Okay, so let's say if there's someone else who wants to do kind of like what you're doing, kind of follow like your footsteps. Like let's say like maybe they seen what you've done. They're like, ooh, you know what? I would kind of like want to do kind of thing similar, wherever I'm at. What advice would you have for them, or like how do you feel about that? Because I know you said it before, like oh, being creative, like. But what if you're like, ooh, you know what? Out like kind of what DJD does. Like I would like to promote like my school on this side of the coast or this state. Any advice for them, or how would you?
yeah, I think I've actually had someone try to do the same thing, and they failed. And so like, and they like it didn't go through. I'll be honest, like like you just have to remember, like it is a lot of work. It is a lot of work, especially because you have to go through all these organizations and you have to be present. Just remember, I take the time to actually be there. I actually prepare my cameras or just prepare my music if I'm DJing. Um, and you have to be there and be respectful to all the organizations. And you have to do it for a very, very long time. I actually done it for a very long time. I met some amazing Greeks and schools, and you really have to have the endurance to do it. People only see the results of what I bring, but they don't actually see the work that I put in on that part. And that's the reason why I would say they failed, because of the fact that if there was someone that did, I think there's someone that actually does someone of a Greek life with videos and photography is because they have the passion for videos and photography. You have to have that passion to actually do that. Then you can consistently keep doing it. But I've only seen maybe one or two. I've only like, yeah, and that's the reason why I would love to see that. That would be great because I would love to pass it on to someone else so that they can do it. But that's the reason why it makes it so special. You know, not to put too much on my effort, but it's so much special that what I do because of the fact that I put the effort towards being there for all the Greek organizations on that part. That's a pretty much a sacrifice of time and effort to do other things that I want to do. But I actually do it for the Greek organizations on that part. So
Okay, nice. Okay, from the beginning of when you started all this till now, what has been your biggest takeaway from your whole experience so far? What's been your biggest takeaway that you would say, like reflecting back, like
the biggest takeaway, what should I say? It's challenging. I would say it's challenging because when you build a connection with some of the Greek members, and then they don't really do Greek life anymore, it's like you're almost like a Greek life piece of your life goes by. You know what I mean? It's sad to say, but it actually is true. Because I've done like let's just to be honest. Let's say you two, like we done this stuff, but then 5 years from now we don't do it anymore, right?
Mhm.
Then you pretty much it's like heartbreak. You know, it's like so it's like sad because of what's happening because um some people just lose the passion to want to do Greek life on that part, which is understandable. But for me, like I said, when I joined Greek life, it was Greek life for life on that part. It's just part of my life, especially like even with culture or anything else like that. Even the schools you've gone to, I've always wanted to be a part of my life on that part. But when you build a connection and then it just fades away, it kind of hurts because it's like, ugh, that's sad. It gets depressing. So that's the biggest takeaway I would say. It's just like you really have to have the heart to be in it on that part, and you just have to know who you are as a person, and just know like people will change, um, and that you just have to really focus on your goals and what you want to do in life. So if you want to join Greek life and be there for life, you will put the effort for it. If you just want to go in Greek life for 4 years in college, that's fine. And then just pretty much be there to support or just have a family, that's fine by me too. But for me, like doing this for so many years and then meeting a lot of different Greeks. It is rewarding, but sad at the same time, because it's the fact that you have these moments, but then you've moved on, and then they moved on, and then so it's like all done. So, and that's the reason why it's challenging. So it's sad, but it's true. That's the biggest takeaway I would take about Greek life. It is challenging, and the only reason I've done it for so many years is because I have the passion and who I am and pretty much what I like to do. And like I said, when I meet all the new Greek members from each school, it's a different feeling. And that's why I started to know, like, I just need to follow what I want to do and what makes me happy.
Oh, okay, I've thought about this right now. Okay, do you have any related to Greek life? Do you have any ticks?
Oh, ticks?
Yes, about
Like,
Greek life.
What do you
or
mean, like
just-
ticks? What's
or,
tick?
or like what like something that irritates you about Greek
Or like
life?
icks.
Icks.
Oh,
Yeah, there you go.
what?
Icks. Icks. Yeah,
Ticks?
icks. Ticks. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
ticks.
icks.
I'm like,
Yeah,
I
there you
got
go.
you.
that.
I got you.
I need to get a checkup if I had ticks. Like,
Icks.
what bothers me? Oh, I think what bothers me is the fake Greeks. The fake Greeks, if that makes sense. So the fake Greeks are the ones that actually just join Greek life just to say they're in Greek life, but they don't really care about Greek life, if that makes sense. And then the ones that actually say that, Greek life for life, but they're not really Greek life for life. They're just like Greek life for 4 years, which makes sense, like you said before. But you can't be coming back when there's like an event, like let's say there's like a party. Oh, let's me go to a Greek party. Like, okay, well, I'm Greek again. Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, I just don't like that. Like, it's like you're only there for the fun stuff. You know what I mean? So, that's the tick I have on that part. I just don't like fake Greeks. I don't like why they even join. There's no point. It's they just did it for getting the attention of individuals or someone, and then they just only come back for the fun events. And I've seen it many times when they just come for that reason on that part. But they don't usually wear letters, but they go because they like, let's say a school gets a lot of attention or a video gets a lot of attention, and they come back for that reason. It's like, oh, okay, I'm back. So.
Mhm.
I think if you're gonna make an effort to be in Greek life, then just be in Greek life on that part. And it's sad where people hide that they're not in Greek life. I just don't get that. Like, it's okay if you don't put it on certain things, but then hiding it forever, it's like, then you didn't really want to be in Greek life on that part. And a lot of things may happen. I'll be honest, there are things that happen. There was a part of me that actually wanted to be done with Greek life. But I told myself, you know what, this is part of my life. Even with the schools I graduated from or where I came from in that part, that's really important for me on that part. So people grow in different ways on that part. So yeah, the fake Greeks.
All right, there you go. Let me make a note. Not just kidding.
I don't like them. Watch
Okay.
out for them.
Okay, the important, well, not important, but okay. So I've been seeing on your Instagram, you be posting a lot of things about. It sounds like retirement. Okay, and I read them. I'm like, retirement. What do you mean, DJ Dean? Like, what do you mean? So, like, what is there, like, for people who are like listening or watching? Like, what do you mean, or what is there to expect from like all these like questions, like, or all these statements that you be making? Is it like, are you really retiring, or like, are you like focusing on something else, or what's kind of like what's your pathway that that you're looking forward, like going more? Yeah, basically, yeah. I'll be done with that.
I was like, I assumed this question was gonna be the first one.
Nah, I don't make it juicy just in case you
wait till
had
the last
time.
moment to
Wait
say
till
this.
the
Okay,
last
so basically, the podcast, like, so the future of the podcast is more passing down Greek life for, of course, Abril, Joanne, and Savannah on that part. So for you guys to take over the Greek life conversation on that part, I want to help more of the operations. And the only reason why I've stated so many things on my thread is because it's just a feeling I get. You know what I mean? It's so important when you do it so many years. And the challenging part is, like, especially with my videos and photos, like, what can I do to make it different? if it becomes very similar to my past videos, it's not exciting no more. And I don't want to do that. So for me, I wanted to challenge myself to do something different. I've done the videos, I've done the photos, I've done the DJing, I've done the traveling, I've done the banquets. I've done everything on my bucket list. That's the thing with me on that part. And that's the reason I even one of my threads is like, "Ooh, I like to have a probate on the beach. That'd be nice." And then organizations would contact me, but that's just who I am. I just do a checkoff list because there's so many things you can do, and for me, just to be done with Greek life, it was just more of just like doing it at a different level, if that makes sense. Letting everyone that's actually in Greek life, like through college or actually just new to Greek life, should be able to experience that without me getting in the way of that parts. And there are times people don't like to be recorded. Some people don't like to be their pictures taken on that part. So it's like I wanted to go into a field where they want me there, if that makes sense. And plus with the budgeting on what I want to do for the equipment and making the high quality videos and pictures and not cheap. It's just one of those things I have to put more work towards those items. Because I can't, like I said before, a lot of these devices will grow old and break, and then I wouldn't be able to provide the content that you guys see. Especially with the equipment you have right now. Like I said, it's all money. And so I have to look more of a bigger outlook towards everything that I want to do. But in some ways, I'll be part of Greek life, but it's more me taking a step down and transcending to a different career path on that part. So I know people are, thinking like I'm just done with Greek life. It may happen. I don't know. So I said, like, like for you guys to take over. So you guys have a lot of responsibility. Remember that.
I was like, you have to take back his ick then.
Yo, Joanne's ooh, she on you, bro.
Okay, don't make me say something, Joanne. Okay, so you hopefully be ready when I say back to you. Okay.
Hey, DJ Dean, do you need some water for that burn? No, I'm kidding.
I'm thirsty right now. Oh my gosh.
He's like, ooh, I was not expecting that.
See, just what Joanne says behind the scenes.
You're like, surprise.
I said I stepped down, okay? I did not say I was done, like in general, like I've been helping out you guys, okay? So don't make me say something about Joanne, okay?
True. I'll give you that.
Let's just let it all out, okay? So
Anything else you have to say, Joanne?
how do you truly feel, Joanne, okay?
No, I'm fine. Don't worry.
She was waiting for this moment specifically just to say that.
I was just waiting. I was like,
I see how it is now. I see how it is. The budgeting is gonna go lower now. But yeah, so yeah. I'm looking more of a bigger picture. That's basically the thing. I gotta think bigger on that part. So and yeah. So I know a lot of people like are, I know some people have actually talked to me about that, saying like, are you really dropping down from Greek life? And in the past, I've actually stated on a post before, and the reason I've kept doing it is because people have asked me, oh no, not asked me. They actually told me how much of a difference I make for Greek life, which for me it helps to know like I make an impact. I just want to make sure that it's something I want to do consistently. Mm-hmm. But if I'm in a positive impact towards someone's life, and not just one person, but an organization or in general, Greek life in general, and then I'm making an impact towards their lives on that part. So I just want to consistently do that and be able to achieve my goals at the same time. So.
Oh, okay, sorry. I have one more question. Okay.
You should say that last time.
Because you made me think about it right now. Okay, so you're talking about these like positive comments. Is there any like particular comment that's like it can be positive or not positive, but like is there any particular comment that you received that has really stuck with you? That's been like, ooh, like this comment, like
let's see. One positive comment. I would just say in general, I think the biggest comment I would get was when someone was joining Greek life because of my videos and pictures. I think that's the biggest compliment because not only did I play a factor towards them joining Greek life indirectly, it was just one of those things that I was an influence towards them why we're getting interested in what the reasons were and where they're at now on that part. So I think that was the best positive comment I've received, and they sent me a message like and I appreciate that on that part. And it helps because that's what we're trying to do is help the presence of MGC, MPHC, any schools that need that, awareness that they're there, and then people within that industry group or culture can actually bring into that organization on that part. So I think that's probably the best one because that means your videos are making that impact on that person. So
There you go. That was my last question.
so yeah, there you go. Any other questions? Joanne, you okay? What? You good?
I'm just trying to think of. So okay, I do actually have one question. I got this. Let me see if I can word this right because I've been messing up this whole entire time.
You got this. You got this.
Okay. So you know how you say like sometimes you don't want to repeat exactly the same things. Do you want to bring more? I know you said you want to bring more people in just to help you get that creativity open more.
Yeah.
To help you out with that.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Oh definitely. I think with even I would say currently with the podcast has been absolutely amazing because we were able to have a podcast with each organization, and that plays a factor because that didn't happen before. And with you three being the presence of, I would say, Greek unity, being able to support one another, that brings a lot of awareness towards a lot of different organizations that don't really get along with one another. But when they see this, they can actually see that we're actually having a discussion and being able to work together on that part. And so that's the reason why I want to keep bringing, because it brings a lot of things. It brings the culture of the individual. It brings their personality. It brings their creativity. There's a part of me where I actually need a lot of help for a lot of different areas where I need their expertise. And then with me helping them out, maybe just on my experience with Greek life, it can be a tremendous team effort on the whole Greek life experience. So yeah, you guys are pretty much the start of the journey. So good luck.
Don't leave us.
I'll be in the background. That'll be the moment during graduation.
You're like, you're stuck with us now. Nah. For lifers, nah.
You guys are making a difference, so we'll see. You guys are the ones, so people are gonna be watching you guys. So I'll be helping behind the scenes. So
When you see me
Right?
disappear.
Like, peace
No,
out.
yeah.
A-Town.
you guys are pretty much the starting point. So you guys are gonna help bring people in. So, and I'll help budget the reasons. I mean the goals. So, and that's why I want it to happen because, like I said, a lot of the college Greeks will. Of course, I just said it. College Greeks are the ones that are actually part of the organizations and going to these events. So why not provide their equipment and necessary things to have them be successful on that part? So I can't do it because I'm actually in a different path on my end. You know what I mean? So for you guys, it's you guys are in school, you guys are doing Greek life events, you guys are meeting new members, you guys are having the recruitment seasons or anything else like that, and you guys are in the trenches on that part. So that's why I need you guys.
I like how you pick the word trenches.
Well, it is a battle out there. Come on, you're fighting for new members. Like, come on, be honest. Like, let's. I've seen it happen. So, what? They went to this organization? What?
Yeah.
I'm
But
done.
yeah. So, are you guys good? Or more questions?
I'm done with my questions.
For now, same. You know, we're gonna have to do a part 2 later. Nah.
I can tell you guys how you guys were ready just to keep asking questions all the time. Like, wow, she's like they're popping out questions left and right. Like, But I would say this: like, you guys are doing really well. I'm excited for all you guys, and if anyone's interested in wanting to join, let us know. We're of course wanting to meet a lot of you and talk about your Greek experience. So I'm excited for that part. I'll be behind the scenes, doing what I can, and maybe I'll retire, and then and then you won't see me. You probably just see my name and then Greek life, and that's it. Like so,
There you
and
go.
that's about it. So.
Okay, well, thank you for being on with us today. I know you're always busy with your other stuff and work and everything, so we appreciate you joining us
Yes, of
today.
course. And of course, I'll be listening on the podcast. So if you talk about me, I'll be listening.
We'll just be like, Joanne and Savannah, let's talk behind the scenes.
Yeah.
I see those too. What are you talking about?
You know, we'll see now.
Oh my-
Okay. Okay, well then that is going to conclude this podcast or this episode of this podcast. Thank you all for watching and for joining us in to the beginning to the end. And you can always watch these recording. We'll post it on on the YouTube channel, or you can always see it also wherever you enjoy your podcasts, either that be Apple Music. Sorry, the cat. There's a cat and it's like banging on my door. So sorry, distractions. Yeah, so we can see wherever you would like to see, wherever you like to see your podcast or hear us. And you're always are welcome to leave any comments you guys have. And as you did mention, if anyone is interested in being a guest on here, feel free to DM us, and we would love to have you on here. And have a good Friday the 13th, everybody. Don't forget spooky season. Ooh.
There you go. Bye, guys.
Bye.